You know that nagging knee pain so many of us deal with? It can feel like it just takes over your life. But what if the answer isn't just about managing the pain, but about actually getting your freedom of movement back? Today, we're diving into a tool that might surprise you with how powerful it really is. So, your knee starts hurting. What's the first thing everyone tells you? Oh, you should just rest it. Take it easy for a while. But here's a thought. What if that's actually bad advice? What if all that resting is secretly making the problem worse? The thing is, for so many of us, knee pain isn't just a one-off thing. It's more like a trap, a vicious cycle that can feel impossible to get out of. Let's break down how this frustrating cycle actually works. Okay, so here's how it goes. It all starts with that initial knee pain. Naturally, that pain makes you afraid to move too much, so you stop being as active. But then your leg muscles start to get weaker from that inactivity. And this is the real kicker. With weaker muscles, your knee joints have to take on way more strain, which, you guessed it, leads to even more pain. And just like that, you're stuck in the loop. So, right, that's the problem. How in the world do you break that cycle? You need to find a way to move without the pain, something that lets you rebuild that strength safely. Well, this is where something you might not expect comes into play. Trekking poles. Now, let's get one thing straight right away. Trekking poles, they're not a crutch. They're not a sign of weakness. Not at all. You gotta think of them as your secret weapon for a comeback, a smart piece of gear to help you regain your power and confidence. Okay, so what's the first thing you'll notice? It's that immediate sense of relief. And it's not magic, it's just physics. They completely change the way you walk. Think about it. Every single step you take puts like 1.5 to 2 times your entire body weight right onto your knees. That's a ton of pressure. But poles, they do something brilliant. By pushing down on them as you walk, you shift a huge chunk of that weight off your legs and onto your arms and your upper body. And you can see it right here. The difference is huge. It's not a small change. It's a dramatic reduction in the pressure hammering your knee joints with every step. It's like you're making yourself lighter. And the numbers on this are wow. We're talking about taking 30 to 40% of that load off your knees. That's a game changer. It's why someone who could barely walk for 10 minutes might suddenly be able to go for half an hour, comfortably. But, just taking the pressure off, that's only part of the solution. It's the short-term fix. The real magic, the long-term win, is what this lets you do next. Build your body's very own shock absorbers. And for that, we need to talk about your quadriceps. These big muscles on the front of your thighs, they are your knee's #1 bodyguard. Seriously, think of them like a big protective umbrella for your knee joint, shielding it from all that impact. See, because the poles are taking that pain away and giving you stability, you can suddenly do things you couldn't before. Maybe it's just walking longer, or maybe it's doing supported exercises like squats. You're not just moving more, you're safely strengthening those super important quad muscles and stopping that muscle loss in its tracks. And why is this such a big deal? Well, look at the difference. When your muscles are weak, every step is like a little hammer blow straight to your cartilage, just grinding it away. But when those quads are strong, they soak up that shock before it ever gets to the joint. You've literally built your own high-tech suspension system. All right, there is one more huge benefit, and it's something most people don't even think about. It's all about fixing bad posture and the wonky ways we start to move when we're in pain. You know how it is. When something hurts, your body tries to find a way around the pain. You might start dragging a foot or leaning to one side. We all do it. But these little adjustments throw your whole body out of whack and cause your joints to wear down unevenly, which just makes things worse. This is where the poles are amazing. They turn you from a 2-legged creature into a super stable 4-legged one. It just naturally encourages you to stand up straighter, to walk more symmetrically. The poles help guide your whole leg through a proper motion, making sure your knee is tracking the way it's supposed to. So when you boil it all down, what are we really talking about? It's a whole new way of moving. It's captured in this really simple phrase. You're learning to walk with your hands. I love this quote because it sums it all up so perfectly. You're using your hands to help you walk, which lets your knees just breathe. It gives them a break. And all the while, you're secretly making your thighs stronger in the background, building up your knees' durability for the future. Here's a good way to picture it. The immediate help? It's like your body is a boat, and you're adding these 2 strong support struts. They instantly make you more stable and take the stress off, giving you a chance to fix things up. And what about the long game? Well, that's like ripping out the crummy old shock absorbers in your car and putting in a brand new, top of the line suspension system. You're building something that will protect your joints from all the bumps in the road ahead. So, look, by taking off the pressure, letting you build real strength, and fixing your posture, these poles give you a way out of that vicious cycle. It's not just about feeling better today, it's a plan for getting stronger for the long haul. So, the real question is, are you ready to give your knees that fresh start they've been waiting for?